Hey everybody, today we're going to be checking out Lionel's brand new 3-rail O-scale 060 steam locomotive. It's an incredible model and it's coming up right now on Eric's Trains. And there's our box tag, Atlantic Coastline Legacy 060 number 1140, Legacy and Bluetooth control, Legacy rail sound, swinging bell, dual electrocouplers, and 031 minimum curve. It's small, but it's very solid feeling, all metal. All right, here it is on the layout. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Now, they offered this in their 2024 Volume 2 catalog, and then these were delivered here in early 2025. They did 6 different road names, including Union Pacific, Nickel Plate Road, Grand Trunk, Chicago Northwestern, B&O, and of course ACL, like we have here. Like this. Because this is so small, it's very friendly to small layouts with tight curves. The minimum required curve for this locomotive is 031. And when I measured the pulling power, it maxed out right at 2 pounds 4 ounces, which again is very healthy for an engine of this size. Now, you're not going to be able to pull 100 cars with that, but for its intended duty, which is switching duties and light road service, it's going to be just fine. You could probably pull 30 cars or so with no issues at all. Now, in terms of features on this model, you've got a lot of stuff that you would find on most high-end Lionel steam locomotives these days, and then you've also got a couple standout features. So for starters, you've got all metal construction. There's very little plastic on this thing. It's a combination of die-cast metal, sheet metal, and brass. Because this can do switching duties, you've got electrocouplers on either end, which is nice. You've got all LED lighting that includes an operating headlight, an operating backup light, a lighted cab interior, and a red glow in the firebox when the engine is in operation. Also on the inside of that cab, you've got 2 hand-painted crew figures and a very detailed backhead with lots of hand-painted valves and gauges. There's also 2 nice hand-painted curtains on either side of the cab door. On top of the cab, you've got opening roof hatches. You've also got opening water hatches on the tender, and there's a real coal load on top of the tender as well. And then of course you've got a fan-driven smoke unit on the locomotive that puts smoke out of the smokestack. And as always, to load smoke fluid into the smoke unit, you simply pour the smoke fluid directly down the stack. And then we've got a couple of standout features that you don't see on every Lionel steam engine. First of all, because of the small size of the boiler, they do not have the whistle steam smoke effect. So instead of that, you've got the swinging bell effect, which is one of my all-time favorite effects. And then for the connection between the locomotive and the tender, rather than having the typical wireless infrared connection, this model has a wired tether. And for small models like this, a wired tether is usually a good idea. First of all, the official reason why they typically do the tether with these small engines is because the boiler is too small to house all of the electronics that would typically be inside the locomotive, and so they've moved some of those to the tender, thereby necessitating the wired connection. But as a result of this, you get a really nice side benefit, which is that the pickup rollers on the locomotive are connected to the pickup rollers on the tender, and that gives you a larger electrical footprint. So rather than the locomotive only having a couple pickup rollers and the tender only having a couple pickup rollers, each of them effectively has 4 pickup rollers because you're combining all of them together. And that means you get much more consistent performance if the engine goes over an area where there's no center rail power. So like all modern legacy-equipped locomotives that Lionel is making, this does have a choice of 5 whistles and 5 bells. We'll check out the 5 whistles first. My favorite is whistle number 3, but let me know which one is your favorite. And now let's check out the 5 bells. My favorite bell is number 4, but let me know which one is your favorite. And lastly, let's check out some of the crew talk sounds.
Dispatcher, ready to roll. Can I pull? Over. We're waiting for a work extra to get in the clear. Hold for my signal. Out.
What are your orders? It says hold here for 2 east and then take the main to the next interlocking. Hold the main and we'll hoop orders past the tower. Gonna be here a while. Timetable has us holding here for number 9. She's running about about 20 minutes late.
Timetable only gives us 10 minutes for this stop. I'll tend the fire. Go top off the tape.
Switchlist says we've got 1 off and 3 on at the head end. Safeties are lifted. Ease off the coal till we get a signal.
Here's Dr. Train 1 to the train crew. West end half brake is released. Brakeman copy to brake release. Brakeman out. Dispatcher, ready to roll. Can I pull? Over. You are clear to depart on signal indication. Out.
All right, so there you have it, Lionel's beautiful new 060 steam locomotive. This thing is great, and I'm so glad I finally picked one of these up. I haven't had an 060 in my collection really ever, and so this is the first. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. I'm Eric Siegel. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.